Hello, this is live streaming of New Zealand versus Afghanistan. World Cup match number 13 played by New Zealand versus Afghanistan. Afghanistan have first batting, they scored 172 and got all out. They got a very good start, but after first wicket loss, they could not manage to add score and ended up at 172 for all out. New Zealand are very good in chase and they have currently scored 107 runs and require only 66 runs in 27 overs, so required relative to 244. Ross Taylor is batting at the moment, who scored 34 runs out of 45 deliveries, and Kane Williamson has joined him, who has scored 42 runs of 69 balls. Afghanistan got the wicket on the very first ball of Martin Guptill, first ball duck. And after that, Williamson and Munro were building up on the innings, but Afghanistan soon got another wicket when 41 for 2, Colin Munro got out. Since then, these two have developed the innings at a steady rate at a current rate of 4.61. It's 23 overs gone, 107 for 2. 23.1, Rahmat Shah to Williamson, no run. Drifts in a full delivery, defended back. 23.2, Rahmat Shah to Williamson, another dot ball east with the spin to extra cover. Kane Williamson control percentage is 81%, while Ross Taylor control percentage is 77%. So they both are batting with a lower control. Earlier in the match between England and Bangladesh, we have saw that both the openers of England were batting with a control rate of over 85, sometimes touching 90, sometimes 82, 85, 86, 88. But these two are batting with a lower control. Rahmat Shah to Williamson, 23.3, another no run, gets well forward and smothers this full delivery. So Williamson is batting with a strike rate of just 58.9. 23.4, Rahmat Shah to Williamson, 1 run, skids 1 into middle, punch 2, long on. We are streaming live this match and New Zealand require another 65 runs with 8 wickets left. Rahmat Shah to Taylor, 23.5, another single run from Taylor. Taylor was batting with a strike rate of slightly upper than Williamson, 76.08. After 23.5, New Zealand are 109 for 2. This will be the last delivery of 24th over. One person is currently watching this stream and we are hoping for... Oh, this is 23.6, last ball, Rahmat Shah to Kane Williamson, 4 runs. So Williamson has decided to go off mark with a boundary. After 24 overs, New Zealand are 113 for the loss of 2 wickets and require just 60 runs from 26 overs. The drop shot, Williamson pulls this long hop to the backward square leg boundary. Waited and waited to pick his spot, and when the ball arrived, rolled his wrist nicely over it to ensure he kept it along the ground. Rahmat Shah bowled 5 overs and conceded 21 runs for 0 wicket, while Gulbuddin Naib has bowled 7 overs, 1 maiden, 36 for the loss of none. Nabi is back into the attack. New Zealand require another 60 runs with 8 wickets remaining. This is live ball by ball update. ESPN Cricinfo ball by ball update to you, so you don't miss any single run, any single shot, any single occasion. You are also requested to subscribe to my channel so you can get updated about future matches which will be streamed live on this channel, Learner's Tube. 24.1, Mohammad Nabi to Taylor, 6 runs. So Taylor has decided to go over the mark and finish the target as soon as possible. This is the first ball for Mohammad Nabi in his third over after comeback, and it was 6 runs, moved over deep to the wicket. Even before the ball had been delivered, Taylor had decided he was going for the big hit. Picked the bones out of it. 6 runs, class level 6. Ross Taylor has moved to 41 out of 47 balls with 5 fours and a 6, with his strike rate approaching 87.23, approaching to 90. With this 6, his control percent further dropped to 78%. But the required rate also dropped to 2.09. So after 24.1, New Zealand are 119 for the loss of 2. Mohammad Nabi to Taylor, a single took that off the mark. 120 of 2 after 24.2, New Zealand are 120 for 2. They required just 53 runs with 8 wickets remaining. Australia control percent further dropped to 77. 24.3, Mohammad Nabi to Williamson, no run, turns this low full toss back to the bowler. This was a good delivery which can be moved towards the boundary line, but Williamson decided to defend it. Williamson, who is batting with a strike rate of 63.15, and his control percentage increased to 83. 24.4, Mohammad Nabi to Williamson, again single, full toss on the pads, flick to deep square. After 24.4, New Zealand are 121 for 2. 24.5, Mohammad Nabi to Taylor, single, works this full toss down to wide long on. So Mohammad Nabi is thinking to finish it up as soon as possible. That's why he bowled 3 full toss in a row. Last ball of 25th over, Mohammad Nabi to Williamson, a single. So the bowling is half done. That means 25 overs have been bowled, 25 left. But New Zealand may just finish it earlier because the required rate is 1.96. They only required 49 runs with 25 overs. This over decreased the required rate further because 11 runs are scored of this over. Okay, so last ball was not a single, it was 2 runs. So another score added 124 for the loss of 2. With this double, Ken Williamson reached to his half century. 2 runs, rocks back and cuts into the gap at deep point. They come back for the second comfortably. It's a half century for Williamson. He has been prepared for the hard grind and has reaped the rewards as the inning has progressed. Far from fluent, but a fighting knock nonetheless. Kane Williamson, who has averaged 46.26 in ODIs. On the other hand, is an experienced most batsman of New Zealand, Ross Taylor, who has 48.81 average runs, career score more than 8,000. Aftab Alam has started to continue, who has took the 2 wickets. The 2 wickets of New Zealand innings are both by Aftab Alam, and captain has decided to give him a chance to get a breakthrough there. A breakthrough. Afghanistan need 3 wickets at least in next 2 to 3 3 overs if they want to come back in the match, or the match will slip from their hand. Aftab Alam to Taylor, 25.1, single run, gets on top of the bounce and nudges this behind square. Aftab Alam to Williamson, single run, 25.2, second ball, single run, whips it into the gap at mid wicket for an easy single. With every single coming, the target is approaching for New Zealand, coming more nearer and nearer. Afghanistan need to stop these singles and put pressure on New Zealand by taking 2 to 3 wickets at the moment. Can Aftab Alam do the job for them? A big question mark. These two are very experienced sides. Batsman Ken Williamson, who has scored 5,645 runs at the moment, while Ross Taylor, who has scored 8,156 runs with this 4 run, 25.3. Aftab Alam to Taylor, 4 runs, which increases his career average to 48.83. Ross Taylor has moved to 48 of 51 balls with his strike rate approaching 100, 94.11 strike rate. Ross Taylor hits the third ball of 26 over for 4 runs. Sweet timing. Top edges this ball. Hasratullah Zazai did all the hard work in getting to the ball, but got it through very casual. Nonetheless, still got the 4 run, but the target is much nearer to New Zealand. They just require 43 more runs. In 24.3 balls, this over already got them 6 runs with 3 balls remaining. 25.4. Aftab Alam to Taylor and he is out. Ross Taylor is out. Aftab Alam has took the wicket. Ross Taylor is out. 134.3. 25.4. 134.3. New Zealand are out. As we have earlier stated, Aftab Alam has took 2 wickets, so it was again a breakthrough for New Zealand. New Zealand are 134.3. That's the end of that. Taylor has effectively missed a full toss. This one was dipping from wide of the crease. He looked to work this across the line but missed it completely. It was right arm medium fast bowler. He looked to work this across the line, but the ball hit the base of off stump. Taylor is gone for 48 of 52 balls. New Zealand need to work and avoid a collapse there, as we have seen a collapse earlier from Afghanistan when they were comfortably batting, and on one stage they were 65 for the loss of none, but after Hasratullah Zazai gone, there was a huge collapse. 66 for 1, 66 for 2, 66 for 3, and then 70 for 4. A huge collapse was seen in the Afghanistan batting. So New Zealand have to avoid a collapse there. They need to win this match as early as possible. The points table already states New Zealand is on the top of the point list with a net run rate of 2.279. So if they win this match as soon as possible, their net run rate could improve more. New Zealand require another 43 runs now with 7 wickets remaining, and they have 24.2 overs, means 146 deliveries are there to score the rest of 43 runs. Tom Latham is in the crease, who has played 88 matches and scored 2,395 runs, with 137 as his career highest, with an average of 33.26. Aftab Alam to Latham, no run, nips away off the seam from outside off, left alone. Two people are currently watching the live stream. Last ball of the over, chipped towards 4 run, full toss, angling in, and he simply punches this back past the bowler. Sublime timing. Tom Latham with a strike rate of 200, 2 balls, 4 runs. This over of the 100 further, 10 runs of it and a wicket. New Zealand required 39 runs from 24 overs. Even if these were 24 deliveries, 39 runs was possible from them because New Zealand have 7 wickets in hand. But with 24 overs, New Zealand must not be facing trouble completing it. Aftab Alam, who took 40 wickets in 25 matches with a carry average of 23.85, has bowled superbly in this match. Afghanistan had took only 3 wickets for New Zealand, all of them by Aftab Alam. Gulbadin Naib to continue. His to Williamson, 2 runs. Williamson moves to 53 of 79 deliveries with 6 fours and no 6. This was a full toss outside off, punched into the gap and sweeper cover. I think the Afghanistan are lacking confidence. They are a bit nervous, and this is the reason they are bowling full toss and full toss. They need to bowl short, they need to bowl Yorker. A full toss has very less chance of wicket. Gulbadin Naib to Williamson, 26.2, single from Williamson which moves into 54 of 80 deliveries, whips this land ball from outside off to wide long on. India's former all-rounder Agarkar says, Afghanistan made New Zealand's job a lot easier. New Zealand were prepared for 300 plus score as Afghanistan have beat Pakistan in warm-up match, and they seem to be a good team. Gulbadin Naib to Tom Latham, 26.3, no run, nice and full outside off. He gets well forward and defends. Ajit Agarkar, who is a former Indian cricketer and represented India in more than 200 international matches in all 3 formats of the game, played his last ODI in 2007, 30th August versus England. If you play EA Cricket 2007, you know him very well. He is a very good player there, and I select him always. 26.4, Gulbadin to Latham, 1 run, works the square into the vacant square leg region. New Zealand need to steer the inning and finish the job as soon as possible. Gulbadin Naib to Williamson, 2 runs, 26.5 hits, 140 for the loss of 3. Please, if you are watching this streaming, subscribe to my channel so you gets updated about further scores. Last ball of 27th over, Gulbadin Naib to Williamson, single, to end the over. New Zealand are 141 for the loss of 3 after 27. In 23 overs, New Zealand required 32 runs. This over cost 7 runs to Afghanistan. Twenty-seven overs gone. New Zealand are 141 for the loss of 3 wickets. The experienced Kane Williamson is on the crease, who has scored 57 runs facing 83 balls. Williamson, who who is playing his 142nd match and has scored 5,651 runs with a career average of 46.31. Aftab Alam continues to Williamson, no run, full and Anglican from wide of the crease, pushed him down. 27.2 Aftab Alam to Williamson, single. New Zealand just required 32 runs with 7 wickets remaining. Tom Latham is batting superbly. He has scored 5 runs off 4 balls and his control percentage is 100%. In very controlled, very safe batting from Tom Latham. It was slant length ball into middle and leg by Williamson, bunted into the mid-wicket region and an easy single for Williamson, who moved to 58 of 84 balls. 27.3 Aftab Alam to Tom Latham, no running, gets on top of the bounce as he taps it. Four people are watching the live stream. I request you to share this, those who are watching it. New Zealand vs Afghanistan live streaming. Third ball gets on top of the bounce as he taps it, but no run. 27.4 Aftab Alam to Tom Latham, no run again. So this is only a single. Afghanistan have took 3 wickets for New Zealand, all of them by Aftab Alam, who is bowling with an economy of 5.55, and Nelson. In last 5 overs, New Zealand have scored 39 runs with a loss of single wicket, with only 2-4, but all of them are single and double, single, double, single, double. 27.4 Aftab Alam to Tom Latham and no run. Huge appeal for LBW. Hits on the back pad, so the ball did not have much distance to travel. Aftab was certain, the keeper was unmoved, inside edge. 27.5 Aftab Alam to Tom Latham, 1 run, squeezes the drive to deep cover for an easy single. So after 27.5, New Zealand are 143 for the loss of 3 wickets and they required just 30 runs with the ball and 20 overs remaining with 7 wickets in hand. After that LBW appeal, Tom Latham control percent has dropped drastically from 100 to 85%. Last ball of 28th over, Aftab Alam to Williamson, no run. So this was a good over for Afghanistan and it could be much better if they got the wicket of Tom Latham. New Zealand needs to finish these 30 runs as soon as possible to get good run rate. Last ball, bang in short. Williamson initially looks to duck, then realizes he can uppercut, but by the time he decides to, the deep bounce carries it through to the keeper. So 2 runs of 28 over. Current run rate is 5.1 for New Zealand, while the required run rate is 1.36. Twenty-ninth over by Gulbadin. He's bowled to Latham, 1 run, angling into the pads, but to deep mid-wicket. Six people are currently watching the live stream. .1 single from Latham. .2 Gulbadin nav to Williamson, a single, right down, pull to deep square. Kane Williamson moved to 59 runs of 86 balls with a strike rate of 68.6, while Tom Latham is batting at 7 runs of 8 balls. 28.2. New Zealand are 145 for the loss of 3, and they require just 28 more runs with 7 wickets in hand. The single of last over, Tom Latham has completed his 2400 ODI runs. 28.3, Gulbadin Naib to Tom Latham single, and the score of New Zealand further moves to 146 for the loss of 3. I again request to subscribe my channel so you get streaming of future matches, live streaming, scoreboard streaming, and commentary. Coming back to the appeal in the previous over, Afghanistan may have just had Latham had they had a review. Came back as all 3 reds. I would mention an inside edge, but the spike was of the bat hitting the flap of the pad at the time the ball third in. Gulbadin's burned review has denied them a wicket. So that was not an inside edge and the ball hit it straight. But Afghanistan have already wasted their review. Had they had a review, the result would be the different for Afghanistan. But 28.4, Gulbadin Naib to Williamson, and a 4-run from Williamson with the outside off and he slaps this short ball into the gap at deep extra cover. This was slower ball. He held his shape and blasted this into the gap. Top shot. 28.5, Gulbadin to Williamson, again another 4-run. So Kane Williamson has decided to finish it as early as possible, and New Zealand got to 150. Their score is 154 for the loss of 3. 28.6, last ball of 29th over. Gulbadin Naib to Williamson, single to end the over. New Zealand are 155.3. Back to the last boundary. The previous delivery was off the back shot, this one off the front foot. Too full, he got to the pitch and drilled this into the deep cover boundary. This over of the run rate somewhat, with 12 runs of this over, and New Zealand required now 18 runs from 21 overs. So Kane Williamson's strike rate has also increased to 76.4. And New Zealand are currently batting with a current run rate of 5.34, while they just required 0.85. The last 5 overs had them 42 runs with the loss of single wicket of Ross Taylor. After 29.1, this is 159 for 3. Hamid Hassan to Williamson, another 4-run from Williamson. So Williamson has decided to charge this and get off the mark as soon as possible to finish the match. Only 14 runs left with 20.5 overs. Aftab Alam has been changed by the captain, who has took 3 wickets of 38 runs in his 7 overs, and Hamid Hassan, who has earlier bowled 5 overs, none for 21, and has got a 4-run off the first ball. Second ball of the 30th over, Hamid Hassan to Williamson, a single. So New Zealand required now 13 more runs. Kane Williamson has moved to 73 runs of 91 deliveries. Last wicket was of Ross Taylor at 48, facing 52 deliveries, by hitting 6 fours and a 6 with a strike rate of 92.3. Current partnership is of 31 runs of 3.5 deliveries. 29.3, Hamid Hassan to Latham, 1 leg by. With every single, New Zealand are further approaching towards the target. Just required 12 runs now of 20.3 balls. 29.4 Hamid Hassan to Williamson. No run off this ball. Williamson is thinking to finish this match as soon as possible, so to get most of the run rate. .5 Hamid Hassan to Williamson, another single. Last ball of 30th over. Hamid Hassan to Tom Latham, no run. So 7 runs off this wicket, 6 from the bat and 1 from the leg. New Zealand just required another 11 runs with 20 overs remaining, and the required run rate is 0.55. Will we go with Gulbadin for the 31st over? Runs required of 20 overs. Kane Williamson is batting at 74, facing 93 deliveries with a strike rate of 79.56, hitting 9 fours. Aftab comes back from the other end, 3 overs left, has all 3 wickets into his name. First ball to Williamson, single, full and sting leg, down leg, flip to long leg. Williamson batting at 75, facing 94 deliveries with a strike rate of 79.78. Now New Zealand must end it as soon as possible to get most of the run rate. .2 Aftab to Tom Latham, a single, shot outside off, pulled along the ground to the mid-wicket. 30.2 it is a single, and New Zealand now need only 9 runs to finish the match. Williamson should finish it in this over. He has already hit 9 fours and no 6. 30.3 Aftab to Williamson, a single, and New Zealand just needs 8 runs. Williamson has moved to 76 runs of 95 balls. The current partnership is headed to 35 runs of 4.5 deliveries, 4.5 overs. In the last 5 overs, New Zealand have scored 35 runs with a loss of a single wicket. 30.4 Aftab to Tom Latham, a single run, full and angle down leg side off the bats, gets some bat on it to flick to long leg. So New Zealand now required just 7 runs with 7 wickets remaining. Four people are currently watching the live stream. 30.5. Aftab Alam to Ken Williamson, single, short of a length on fourth stump, turns it off the open face to third man. 30.6. Aftab Alam to Tom Latham, one hand, short on off, pulled along the ground to deep square leg. So New Zealand require only 5 runs with 19 overs remaining and 7 wickets in hand. This should be the last over. 31st over costed Afghanistan 5 runs with no wicket. The coordinate is now just 0.26. Williamson has moved to 96 balls, 77 runs with 9 fours and no 6, strike rate of 80.2 and his career average reaching 46.48. Second over first ball, Hamid Hassan to Tom Latham, single run, and now New Zealand required just 4 runs with 7 wickets remaining. Waist high full toss, angle into the body from around the stumps. Work to long one, lucky not to be called a no ball. One shot will do it for New Zealand now. Hamid Hassan to Williamson. Good length on the legs, clip off the beds, along the ground, wide of Ali Khail behind the stumps. So New Zealand just required 3 runs now. This should be a boundary from Tom Latham, who has scored a boundary of his second ball. But it's a single. 31.3. Hamid Hassan to Latham, single, short and wide on 6th stump, guided to Sazai at third man. Hamid Hassan to Williamson, another single, short on off stump, tapped down to short third man, scores are level, and New Zealand just require a single run to win the match. They have 18 overs and 2 balls to spare and require single run with 7 wickets in hand. This should be the last ball of the inning from New Zealand, from Afghanistan. Hamid Hassan bowls to Latham and does not run. So New Zealand needs to hit a bit. Bouncer from Hamid, Latham ducks, barely legal on height. This match will go at least one more ball. 172 for the loss of 3. Another dot ball, foolish length on off, Latham beaten driving, and it will go into the at least one more over now as well. 32 overs gone, New Zealand are 172 for the loss of 3. This over they took 4 runs from Hamid Hassan, who has conceded 31 runs with 0 wicket after bowling 7 overs. Afghanistan have took a review which was unsuccessful, so they are currently out of reviews, while New Zealand have not taken any review. No successful, no unsuccessful, they have their review. 1 run required from 18 overs, required rate is 0.05. Ken Williamson should finish it on the first ball of 33rd over to ensure they get more of the run rate. Their current run rate is 2.279. Playing 2 matches, winning 2, and this should be the 3rd victory. First ball of 33rd over, Aftab Alam to Williamson, 1 run, short on the legs. Williamson pulls to long leg to end the match. New Zealand win with 17.5 overs to spare and this was the last ball. Kane Williamson did it for New Zealand. He scored 79 runs of 99 balls with a strike rate of 79.79. So New Zealand wins this match comfortably. At no point either it seemed that Afghanistan is fighting to win the match. They started a good opening. They got a good opening start, getting 66 runs. But after the first wicket fall, 3 wickets fall on the same score: 1 for 66, 2 for 66, and 3 for 66. Then with a difference of 4, and they got another wicket down, 70 for 4, and then 105 for 5, and then the game ended soon. 172 runs scored by Afghanistan, which was never a challenging score on this pitch. Afghanistan lost the match from New Zealand, who have won it easily with 107 balls to spare. 17 overs and 5 balls to spare. New Zealand won this match, and Kane Williamson is the hero of their chase. They have lost wicket of the very first ball of the inning when Martin Guptill was caught by Najibullah Zadran bowling by Aftab Alam. Aftab Alam took Munro with the help of Hamid Hassan when he has scored 22 runs of 24 deliveries. And then another wicket by Aftab Alam, who has got Ross Taylor bowled by him on 48 runs of facing 52 deliveries. But then New Zealand done it easily. 5 wickets for Nisham, 4 wickets for Ferguson, and 79 runs by Williamson. Nisham should be the man of the match of this match. Captain Kane Williamson makes the most of a severely botched run-out chance by Hashmatullah Shahiri at short mid-wicket when he was on 22 to end unbeaten on 79. New Zealand remains a perfect 3-4-3 to top the World Cup points table. Afghanistan fighting to avoid the wooden spoon with 3 losses for their first 3 matches. So this was all from the live streaming. Hope to join you in the next match. We will join you in the next match. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.